Oh, we gotta turn it on. That's okay, I'll have it on. Now, can you hear me? Woo! Turn the button on, Barry. Turn the button on.
I hate breaking up that groove. Good morning. Welcome to Unity San Antonio. How's everyone doing this morning? All right. We got a few people awake this morning. Let's go ahead and open up with some music together. There was just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. Just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. Just one purpose, just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. Just one chorus we all can sing, one great power let it rain. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. One great power, 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 one great power everywhere. All right, Ricky. Just one presence, just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. Just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. One great power everywhere.
Testing. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. If I could have the kids come on up, hit myself in the face with my glasses here. If I could have the kids and the teachers come up and join me. You can have a seat right there. You can have a seat right there. So good morning. My name is Julie Stith. I am one of the youth and family ministry teachers. The director, Tammy Carrillo, is out with the teens at a teen rally this weekend. Every Sunday, we welcome and bless our youth with a youth candle lighting ritual. We open with a call and response that allows us to affirm the truth of our youth and for our youth to claim this truth for themselves. Your words will be up on the screen, and then the youth will respond by claiming with an I am statement. So if I can have my helper come on up. God is life.
I am life.
God is light.
I am light.
God is joy.
I am joy.
God is love.
I am love.
God is beauty.
I am beauty.
God is peace.
I am peace.
God is power.
I am power.
All these things God
all these things God is, I am.
And now we have a blessing for the children. So I invite you to read the words here. Children and teens, we know who you are. You are the light of God. We love you, we bless you, and celebrate you, and we see you doing great things. And now, kids, we have a blessing for our families. So rub your hands together, gather that energy.
We love you, we bless you, we believe in you, and lead you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Lay it down, set it free. Let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free. Lay it down on the altar of love.
Good morning. I have the honor to pray with you this morning. So if you could, close your eyes, if that feels comfortable for you. Let's take a few deep breaths together. While you breathe in peace. And as you exhale, breathe out love. Breathe in peace. Breathe out love. And I boldly state right now that as we breathe out this love, it joins the world in the walk of peace that our vulnerable monks are doing for us right now and with us. We join our hearts, our love, our peace with our country, with our world, and even those that don't feel the peace in their bodies. We are now inviting this energy of love and peace to radiate beyond these doors, to radiate to our world and beyond. And as we turn inside right now, we know that this is not a new beginning. We do not need to recreate a new world. We do not need to recreate who we are, because we are already divine beings. We are already everything that we need. We are already that peace. We are already that love. So today, sitting with each other, we simply remember. And as we remember, that feeling gets bigger. And as we share it with those around us, it cannot be stopped. It cannot stop, because it is who we are. We know this to be true. We know this in our souls and in our hearts, in everything that we are. Breathe out love. Breathe out love. And so it is.
lay it down, set it free, let my heart rest and let it be, lay it down, set it free, lay it down on the altar of love. Gonna lay it all down, lay it down, lay it down, set it free, set it free. Let my heart rest and let it be, lay it down, lay it down, set it free, set it free. Lay it down on the altar of love. Gonna lay it all down, lay it down, lay it down, set it free, set it free. Let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free, set it free. Lay it down on the altar of love. Lay it down on the altar of love.
Morning. How are you? Oh, that was pretty good. I'm Juliana Berry. I am your celebration host this morning, and I have a story about this sweater. First off, isn't it cute? So it was given to me as a Christmas present by my beloved daughter, and I thought, oh, I gotta find somewhere special to wear that. And so I thought, why not on a Sunday when I'm hosting, right? And so if you were like me, and like Sally, she's like, is that scratch and sniff? And I was like, don't scratch me, because if you scratch me, I am sassy and just a little sweet. Well, I am so glad you joined us today. I look forward to Sundays every week, especially when I have to platform host. And this week, I don't know if it was about you, but for me, it was a long week. I was like, on Tuesday, I was like, it's Thursday. And they're like, no, it's Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, it's Thursday. No, it's still Wednesday. And then on Friday, I was at school, which I was not supposed to be, and I get a phone call, and they're like, well, where are you? Well, I'm at school. Well, we had a meeting. Oh. And it's Friday. Yes! So I'm so glad that today is Sunday and that I get to be here with you. Where am I at? Again, my name is Juliana Berry. Unity of San Antonio is a loving, inclusive, spiritual community. We honor the truths in all religions and respect each other's chosen spiritual path. We offer practical tools to help people of all faiths and from all walks of life appear universal spirit principles so that you might live a happier, more fulfilling life. We believe that each of us are a unique expression of the divine, and we support you in unfolding your spiritual potential to the fullest. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, we welcome you with open arms and hearts. Unity is grounded in what we call affirmative prayer. It's a way of praying from a higher conscience, affirming the higher truth of who you are. If you'd like one of our prayer chaplains to hold you in a higher possibility, grab the prayer intention slip in your seat back pocket, fill it out, put it in the basket when it comes by. And if you'd prefer, they can also here to pray with you after church. For those of you joining us online, thank you, Carol, for hosting online. There's a prayer link on our website. Please click that and complete it, and a prayer chaplain will call you. Our prayer chaplains here this morning are holding us in a sacred space for all of us. Prayer chaplains, would you please stand? So we have Janetta and Karen. Thank you. All right, now we have our vision and mission. All right, every Sunday we reacquaint ourselves with why we do what we do and by affirming our purpose statement. So please join me in saying, through the pursuit of truth in both the seen and unseen, we are catalysts for a loving, authentic, spiritual community, rooted in belonging, acceptance, and peace. Okay, announcements. Now there's quite a few. All right, number one. We offer a variety of events and classes in our workshops outside Sunday to help embody the teachings and connect you with others and have fun. So the 39th MLK March is tomorrow. It is one of the largest marches that we have in the nation, bringing together our city and visitors from across the country to honor the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. And then tomorrow we have Gabby Douglas and Coco, a singer, doing the keynote speak. So it would be great if you'd go out and join us. If you'd like to join us, please sign up online. What began as grassroots efforts in 1968 has grown into an historic event for civil rights, so we invite you to join us. Your presence makes a difference. Together, let's choose love. Next Sunday, you are in for another treat. Marguerite Beckingham will be our guest speaker next Sunday, the 25th. With roots in fitness and a heart grounded in spiritual growth, Marguerite brings a dynamic perspective on what it means to live well, body, mind, and spirit. Having found her spiritual home here at Unity of San Antonio, she now shares her energy and insight through speaking and sacred presence. You won't want to miss her. She is amazing. Our Earth Care team is sponsoring a trash pickup at San Antonio Greenway on the 24th and 26th from 10 to 11:30. If you keep Mama Earth clean and healthy is your jam, please sign up for this awesome event. Our annual financials meeting, woohoo! Date has changed to next Sunday, January 25th, after Marguerite and our service. At that time, your Board of Trustees will share our financial year in review and present our 2026 budget. The season of nonviolence begins January 30th, and this year we'll be kicking it off with a fundraiser that jingles and inspires. We're calling it Be the Change. Why? Because sometimes changing the world starts with literally change. You'll find a big glass bowl in the community center starting on the 25th, just waiting for your loose change. So go into your washing machine, go into your car, go into your dirty hamper and find your change, drop them in, and hear the satisfying clink and know that you're part of something meaningful. 50% of everything collected will be donated to the King Center, a nonprofit building dedicated for building community and uniting a nation in nonviolent ways. So grab these coins from everywhere you can find it and be the change you wish to see in the world. Just a reminder, the Earth Care Bingo is still going on. Play to win all the expense-paid trip to Whole Earth Spiritual Retreat at Unity Village. Ooh. Details are in the Community Cafe. In addition, stay tuned for more details about our Earth Care Yard Sale fundraiser being held March 21st. All right, on February 1st is our Newcomers Potluck. It's a Sunday of every month. And this Sunday's theme is soup and salsa. Woohoo! So sign up and bring a dish to share. All right, I'm going to bring some spicy something. All right, February 1st, Reverend Nina, we do love and miss you. Glad you're having fun. We'll begin a 7-week series inspired by the book Ordinary Mysticism by Miraba Star, an exploration of sacred woven through everyday life. Each Sunday will be complemented by a companion Zoom conversation at 7 p.m., offering space for reflection, dialogue, and deeper exploration. Books are available at any bookstore. More announcements. We have lots of regular ongoing events, as you can see on the screen. We made signing up easy for these events. You can sign up on paper in the community center or online on our tabs. Registering helps our facilitators know who to expect and allows them time and places to get their supplies. Sorry, I was trying to access that folder and I haven't had caffeine, so I apologize. All right, now it's my favorite time of Sunday. Are you ready? It is the meet and greet. When you walked in, you were offered in red, rojo, yellow, amarillo, and green, verde look in Espanol coming soon. Sticker as you wear it. This is our friendly, low-tech way of honoring each other's different comfort levels because we are wonderful in a variety of ways. Green are enthusiastic huggers, like me. Yellow are handshakes and elbow bumps, and red simply means I treasure you, and a good morning or a namaste is perfect for me. So before you lean in, please check the sticker and honor their way of welcoming. Finally, make a point to say hello to someone new, and I've seen new faces out there. Feel free to stand and say hello to everyone. Thank you.
this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. You are as God created you. You are a light in this world. You are as God created you. You are, you are, you are. We are as God created us. We are a light in this world. We are as God created us. We are, we are, we are. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. You are as God created you. You are a light in this world. You are as God created you. You are, you are, you are. We are as God created us. We are a light in this world. We are as God created us. We are, we are, we are. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am.
All right, are y'all ready? Yeah. Buckle in. All right, our guest speaker today is Lora Cole, dedicated to helping others discover their truest joy and manifest into reality. Lora brings a unique blend of expertise, passion, and creativity to her teaching. She is fan-fabulous. We are so lucky to have her. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lora Cole to our platform today.
I love you. All right, all right, all right. Good morning. Ooh, one more time. Good morning. I love y'all so much. Oh my goodness. I am super excited about the talk today. It's from The Power of I Am. It's actually a book that I recently read by Joel Osteen, who has one of those mega churches in Houston. And what's wild is people think he's Christian, but if you really listen to what he has to say, he's New Thought. It's wild. All his stories are biblically based, right? But it's new thought. And so this book is The Power I Am. Now today I won't go all Christian. I got a bunch of other master spiritual teachers in there. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. You can find it anywhere if you look hard enough, right? So today's talk is The Power of I Am. Now as you know, let me turn my little clicker on. That I was taught by Michael Gott, my mentor, to do a joke, 3 points, and a poem. But today, instead of a poem, I'm going to read you a cute story that I love so much. So, that'll count, right? My 3 points today is first, because I love to geek out and be a little nerdy sometimes, I'm going to give you the history of I Am. Right, and it dates way further back than I expected. And then on the paper that you got today, it says that you can either be a master of your thoughts or a slave to them. So my other 2 points are how we are often a slave and don't realize it, and then the other one is how we can become a master. All right. So first, a joke. Now, when I do jokes, I try to do something in relation to the talk. So I looked for I am jokes, and this is pretty much all I got. All right, here we go. So a man is on the phone talking to his friend, and he said, "My wife left me because I am insecure." And then he hears the front door open, and his wife comes in with a couple cups of coffee and says, "Oh, never mind, she just went to go get coffee." That's okay. Right? Okay, I thought it was kind of lame, so I actually asked my friends for a joke, and so this is what Heather gave me instead, and I think it's better. Has nothing to do with I am. So a man breaks into the house and starts seeing things, and then he hears someone say, Jesus is watching you. And he looks around and didn't see anything. So he kept on stealing, and then he hears it again. Jesus is watching you. And then, oh, it's a parrot. And he said to the parrot, what kind of man would teach you to say something like that? And the parrot says, a man that names his Doberman Jesus. Thank you, Heather. Much better. Way to start my talk. All right. So let's dive into the history a little bit of I am. Many of us know the story about Moses, right? And it's this burning bush, and God is telling him, go to Egypt and free the slaves of Israel. And Moses said to the burning bush, people are going to think I'm crazy. Who do I say sent me? And it's the only place in the Bible that God actually names itself and says, I am that I am. And that's why those words are so powerful. Now, the am that I am, the Jewish tradition often call that Yahweh, right? And so, I thought, well, that came from Israel, the Jewish tradition, but it didn't. It actually dates back. They got that when they were enslaved in Egypt, right? This is 1200 BCE, but it goes back even further. It goes back to 1550 BCE from the am I saying that right? Semitic tradition in Egypt before we even had monotheism, right? When they had many, many gods. It dates that far back. Now, something else that I found is with the Buddhist and Hindu tradition. Have y'all heard of the Om, right? It's that vibrational sound of creation that's so lovely. Well, some people say there's actually a linguistic correlation between Om and I am. It's a stretch, but I thought it was cool. All right. So, and then in Buddhism, one of the 5 most important affirmations that they use, they're called the 5 remembrances, all start with I am, I am, I am. Very, very powerful. Now, in the Islamic religion, in the Quran, when Allah is speaking of I am, it means 2 things. It's a declaration of God, but it's also the existence of oneness, which is why we're here, unity. We believe we're all one. Fascinating, all right? And lastly, if we do a comparison of Jesus in the Christian text and then Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, that text, you look at those quotes and so many of them are almost identical. It's amazing. Some people actually think that Jesus, because many of his younger years are not documented, except for the book of Thomas, if you've read that one, it was not included in the Bible, but that he did maybe go to India and study there. And so maybe that's why his I am statements that are so strong in the Bible came actually from the Hindu religion. And some of the quotes were, example from Krishna is, I pervade the universe, know that I am, right? A quote from Jesus, I am all existence, whether moving or unmoving, that I am. We can see how closely they're related. Right? So fun. Thanks for listening to my geek out history. So excited to learn something new. So let's go to the realization that often we are a slave to our words and how they work against us and toward our detriment. Because once we're able to recognize those things, we can change them. All right? So I say God always says yes. What we put out there in the universe, it will come back. What we give energy to, the universe goes, oh, this is what they're focusing on. Let's give them more and more and more. All right? From Krishna stated this, for those who focus on me with a singleness of purpose, I am easily attainable. Singleness of purpose. Jesus said, I am you and you are me. Where you are, there also I am. I am planted in all things when the harvest comes. It is which you reap. And we've heard that before, what you sow, you reap. What you say, you will manifest. There's so much power there. What comes out of our mouths will bring us success or failure. What will it bring us? Success or failure. Y'all are totally listening today. I'm down with this. I think Juliana got y'all pumped up. This is great. So whatever follows I am, it will find you. We are like heat-seeking missiles, right? That I am that we give it to, the universe is going to find it. It's going to zone in. It's going to give it to you. Whether I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, or I'm well, I'm well, I'm well, right? Some of y'all have heard my story about the car wreck where I died, right? I got a brand new car. I was 18. I was so excited, but it kept breaking down and breaking down and breaking down. And so I said sarcastically, I wish I would just wreck this thing and get the insurance money, over and over. I wish I would just wreck this thing and get the insurance money. Well, the universe said, absolutely. And I got in a car wreck where it was so bad I died. Thank goodness I'm back. But I had to change my entire plans. I was going to go away for the first time ever that summer. But because the car wreck was so extensive, God always says yes. Now, we can create it by saying it over and over, but it also can be created by others, because if you hear anything enough, whether it's from yourself or from another person, it will come to pass. Because if you hear it, it gets so stuck down in your subconscious that there's energy there and it still creates. Hopefully that makes sense. So example of that for starting to believe others is when I came out of the closet, being gay, and I've always been spiritual, I've always loved church. I had actually stepped back for a little bit, but then I was feeling so good finally who I was that I decided to start going to church again. And I looked and looked and looked and looked, and they were pretty discriminatory. I could always come, but I couldn't be a teacher. I couldn't do vacation Bible school. I couldn't be a leader. No. But I could show up. Well, finally, I found a church that said I could do all those things. I thought, this is absolutely fantastic. 3 weeks later, I got called into the youth minister's office and said, we've thought about it. We've changed our minds. We don't want you to be teaching Sunday school or going on any trips with girls because we're concerned about what would happen. Right? Deep down, buried in my subconscious, because I heard it over and over and over again, I was able to create that in my life. But the good news is I found unity where I am loved and I am accepted exactly the way I am, and it's a beautiful thing. But to get there, honestly, I had to start my doctorate in spiritual studies, where we studied new thought. And I didn't even start going to Unity. I started getting my doctorate, and then I was led into a Unity church because I started changing that mindset of acceptance. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. So what we want to do is we want to change those negative recordings we have going on in our head over and over and over and over, right? Because the first battle we lose is always with our thinking. Let me see if you recognize any things. We may say things like, it'll always be this way. I'll never get well. I'll never find a partner, get a job, a nice house, a raise, get out of debt. And here's one that's really scary. Be careful of. I'll never be happy. Ooh, please stay away from that one. This is what we call, a lot of it's absolute language. Always, never, can't. Because remember, whether you say you can or you can't, you're right. All right? So stay away from that absolute language, because it will be a permanent thing, because that's what you're manifesting and putting out there. And also that negative recording in our head, we think of our flaws so much and we speak them to people, right? To our friends or our coworkers or to our partners. And something that I read in this book that really got me to thinking is when we're with our partner, our spouse, or even with our child, and we're talking negatively about ourselves, how do you think that's going to make your partner feel? Because they chose you. You're their prize, and you're saying, I'm not good enough, or I'm lucky, or I don't know what I'm doing. I want you to think about, how does that feel to your child or to your partner when they hear those words come from you? Because it's not about what you're saying, you're influencing other people and their feelings as well. All right? So there's something that I call the American pressure cooker. I think I made this up, or I might have heard it and didn't know it, but it's when we are taught, be the best leader, Be the hardest worker, most talented, most beautiful, most successful, right? You got to work harder to stay ahead. Can anybody relate to this? Yeah, American pressure cooker. We put so much pressure on ourselves, and that's where a lot of negative thoughts come in because we're not good enough. And that's also when we become a slave to comparison. Brené Brown made famous that comparison is a thief of happiness. And it's so true. It just takes it away, right? We don't want to compare ourselves to others because you'll never move ahead. And we never know what's going on with them. When I grew up in my church, on the second row was the perfect family. Both parents made a lot of money. They always had smiles on their faces, looked so cute. Everybody wanted to be this family. Until years later, it came out that there was serious abuse that I would never want to experience. So when you look at somebody and you're being jealous and you're comparing yourselves, you don't know their story. So back yourself out and focus on yourself, because this is your race to run, not theirs, right? Which is a great segue to when I was in a race. I did a triathlon, and the last segment of it was running. And when you do a triathlon, on the back of one calf, they have the number that you're competing, 1 through whatever. And on the other back of your calf is your age. And I'm 41 years old, very proud of myself for doing a triathlon. And I'm running along, doing really good. And all of a sudden, this person passes me up, and I look down, 65 years old. So I had a choice at that moment. Do I want to compare myself and say, oh my God, 41 years old, the 65-year-old's passing me up? Actually, I didn't. And I said to him, right on, guy. Right on, 65 and just hitting it. Because at that same time, my stepdad, who was 65, was miserable. He hated life. He constantly complained. He sat and did nothing but be unhappy. He was 65 and he'd already stopped living. And then this 65-year-old passes me up and staying in the race. I love that. That's all about a choice. That was a good day. All right? So your opinion about yourself is the most important one. How you see yourself, others will see you as well. If you see yourself as less than, others are going to see you as less than too. All right? All right, next. I want you to be very, very mindful of the words that you use. Okay? I go and volunteer at a wolf sanctuary twice a year. I've been doing it for 4 years, every summer and every winter. And so before I left for my trip this year, I said to several people, I hope I get some time to rest because I've been working really, really hard. Well, guess what? The universe said, yes, absolutely. My son and I both got the flu, and we were out for a week. We literally did not get out of bed for 5 days. I haven't been this sick since I was a kid. But it kind of stunk because we were supposed to be at the wolf sanctuary for 10 days, and now we only actually got to go for 3 because we were there for a week in quarantine. Be very mindful of your words. I got exactly what I asked for. So I'm thinking, how can I rephrase it next time? Ooh, I hope I have time to sit down and read a book. That would be much better. All right? So when you're mindful of your words, you're constantly manifesting. So are you using the never, always, can'ts? Or are you going to the I can, I'm successful, this is going to work out? All right? Be very, very mindful of your words. We're going to avoid that absolute language. And again, we're not going to compare because that's where the slave is. We don't want to be a slave. So, would anybody like to master their minds? Would anybody like to master their minds? Oh, that is fantastic. All right. So today when you walked in, you got two things. You got a piece of paper, and on that way is how you can start mastering your mind. I gave you a list of several affirmations that I liked, and also you can either be a master of your thoughts or a slave. And so that is one way to start, with affirmations to replace those. You can you can't help your first thought, it just happens. But you have that negative thought, that demeaning, that I'm less than thought, and you have these affirmations ready to replace them right there, right? So I'm giving you a little backup, a little kickstart to get that started. Also, when you walk in, did anybody get the blue bracelets? Yeah? Beautiful. And what does it say? What does it say? Yes, and I truly believe that. And you can believe it too. Look at it every day. Say it over and over and over. Anything is possible. Miracles happen every day. All right, so there's two little tools for your back pocket. Okay. Now, for my 3 points about becoming a master, the first one we're going to talk about is be positive or be quiet, right? Maybe you've heard if you can't say nothing nice, don't say anything at all, right? This applies to yourself, not just to others, but applies to yourself as well, all right? Silence is power. When we're angry and we're screaming, it's not nearly as effective with my children, because when mama becomes quiet, they know, ooh, she's really upset. So there is power in being quiet and keeping things to yourself. There's a cool story in the Bible about the walls of Jericho. So Moses went over and got the slaves, and then he brought them back, and they wanted to get their land back in Israel. And one of the towns they wanted to get back was Jericho. And their instruction for God on how to get this, because it was huge and daunting, was to walk around Jericho for 7 days. And on the 7th day, they walked around it 7 times. But the instruction was to be silent and not say anything. Now, the reason we do that is because when things are hard and long and we're working, we can complain. And that comes out, and that becomes what we focus on and more of what we manifest. But when we're able to quiet and keep it to ourselves, that power is not given, right? When I looked up the metaphysical meaning of this story, the number 7 represents perfection and completion. All right? So on the 7th day, they actually walked around 7 times, and the walls came tumbling down, right? And they overcame. Metaphysically, that means the walls of Jericho are our consciousness, right? When we're able to keep to ourselves, when we're able to keep going until we get to the end of completion, 7 times 70, then we are able to overcome. All right? So I want you to try to keep that good attitude even when things aren't going so well. I want you to talk about not how big your problem is, but how big your higher power is. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to say that again. Let's not focus on how big our problem is. Let's be quiet about that. Let's focus and talk about how big our higher power is and the ability of what we have to manifest. All right? On that piece of paper at the top, it also says, if you could overthink the worst, why can't you overthink the best? Right? They both take the same amount of time. It's your choice. What are you going to focus on? Right? So go out each day with the attitude that something great is going to happen. Instead of counting all the things that went crappy that day, why don't you count all the things that you were blessed with that day? And if you look for them, more of them show up, because those seeds that we plant is what will be harvested. All right? The next thing I want you to do to become a master is I want you to speak it like you want to receive it. Talk as though it's already going to happen. All right? I am currently single, but I do want a partner someday. And I know I'm going to get it, because I have too much love in my heart not to give it to somebody else. And I speak it. I know it's going to happen. Do I want it to happen right now? Nope. I have my kid at home for another 1.5 years, and then I will be an empty nester. Do I want a partner when he's gone? Yep. Right? But for right now, I am enjoying it, and I'm treasuring it. And I just got invited to Galentine's Day? Who's heard of Galentine's Day? This is the first time I heard of it today. It's gal, because it's the girls, right? Where we all get together that are single. I'm single, I get to go to Galentine's Day. That's incredible, right? So yes, I'm not with a partner right now, but I'm still enjoying every moment that I'm experiencing. And look at the opportunity that just opened up with me. All right? So I want you to use words to describe the situation. Don't use words to describe the situation. Use words to change the situation. Instead of saying, I am so sick, I got the flu, this is terrible, use words to change it. I'm getting better and better every day. I'm getting better and healthier every day. All right? Again, words are like heat missiles. They're gonna come and find you. All right. What many of you may not realize is we already have everything. We just can't see it. And so sometimes you have to put it out there and put it out there until you actually believe it for it to come to you. I read a story about a man that was poor, and in that mindset his whole life. Well, he died and they came in to clean out his house and they found a painting worth millions of dollars. He had no idea it was there. It was right in front of him. He saw it every day. Everything we need is there in front of us. So many times we just don't see it. So you got to know in faith and belief, you're putting it out there, that it is there and it's coming to the point where it's right there in front of your face and you can see it. All right? So instead of thinking less than, I want you to repeat after me. Ready? Blessings are chasing me down. Abundance is looking for me. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. It's these kind of things that we want to put out there over and over to fill that void. All right? Also, I want you to know who you are, right? You're a child of God. You're here to be, do, and have amazing things. All right? Know who you are and stay in that. So there was a woman that was in the parade with her husband, who was a mayor, and they were waving to everyone. And then the mayor saw her ex-boyfriend working at a gas station, and the mayor looked at her and said, aren't you glad you're with me? If not, you'd be pumping gas. And she looked at her husband and said, no. If I was with him, he would be mayor, and you would be pumping gas. Right? Know who you are. All right, and last, while it's all coming together, while we're putting it out there, enjoy the moment. Acceptance, contentment is okay. I want you to strive for more. I want you to put out there what you would love to manifest. But until you get there, enjoy the moment. Live in it. I am going to be surrounded by trees out in the country. And I'm not there right now, but you know what? Those 12 trees that are in my backyard in the city, I enjoy them every single day. I am single, and I will have a partner today. But right now, when I hear those conversations from my friends that are in relationships, I do say to myself, ooh, I'm actually really glad I'm single right now. I am enjoying the moment that I am, so don't take for granted what you already have, what is already right in front of you. All right? And also being content where you are, that's a great practice for faith. That's a great practice of surrender, letting go and letting God. And get this, my PowerPoint just went away. So what that means is the universe is telling me it's time to be done. But I think you understand it, right? We can be a slave or we can be a master. And what I want to encourage you today is to be a master. Use that list I gave you or create more of your own. Look at the wristband that I gave you. Remind yourself every day that anything is possible. Okay? So I don't have a poem, but I do have a story. Yeah. All right. So it's about an eagle and chickens. Right. And yet again, Heather's saving the day because I left my readers at home. Heather, you are my saving grace. Thank you, God. Okay, here we go. And this is called having an eagle mentality. All right. I heard a story about an eagle that was born in a chicken coop and raised with a brood of chickens. For years, he pecked like a chicken, balked like a chicken, and ate like a chicken. That's all he had ever seen. But one day, he looked up and saw an eagle soaring through the sky, and something deep inside said, "That's what you were created to do." His DNA was calling out to him, but when he looked around at all his circumstances, it said, "You're just a chicken." Well, he got his courage up, and he told his chicken buddies that he was going to soar like an eagle. Well, they laughed at him and said, "Are you kidding? You can't soar. You're just a chicken." All he had ever heard was chicken. Chicken had become ingrained in his thinking, but deep down, something said, "This is not who I am. I wasn't meant to be average, to live in this limited environment. I may be in a chicken coop, but I don't feel like a chicken. I don't think like a chicken, and I don't look like a chicken. This is not my destiny. I have the DNA of an eagle." So he started noticing that his wings didn't look like chickens. They were bigger, stronger, and wider. So he decided to try and fly. So flapping his wings back and forth as fast as he could, this eagle barely lifted off the ground, and then he crashed in the side of the crashed in the side of the chicken coop. And we say, "Aww." And we say, "Aww, oh, the poor eagle, poor guy." And guess what? His chicken friends laughed and said, "We told you. You're no different from us. You're wasting your time. You're a chicken." Well, he didn't let that failure, nor what the others said, nor what the disappointment talk was. He kept at it. Every day he kept trying to be his best. One day he lifted up out of the chicken coop and began to soar up in the sky. With every breath he declared, "This is what I was created for. This is who I am. I knew I was an eagle." And then we say, "Yay!" We're happy for the eagle. So perhaps you've been in a chicken coop way too long. Let me tell you what you might not know. You're not a chicken. You are an eagle. Don't let that limited environment rub off on you. Don't let how you were raised or what somebody said keep you from knowing who you really are. You may work with a bunch of chickens. You may live in a neighborhood with chickens, and you may have relatives who still think they're chickens. But you need to draw that line in the sand and say, "I may be in a limited environment, but I'm not settling here. I know who I am. I am an eagle." And so are you. Right. Thank you. So let's close our eyes just for a few moments and have a moment of reflection so we can really think about this. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Let's take a few moments and think, what am I saying out loud, or what am I thinking to myself? How am I allowing others convince me that I am not an eagle? Because I know that God is everywhere, the universe is infinite and in all things, and if so, that's who I am. I am, and that means I have the power to manifest, whether it's with my thoughts or with my words or with my choices. And with that, I go into gratitude saying thank you. Thank you for this power. Thank you for this power to build and to be more. And I release it to the universe knowing I will be provided for. We will be provided for. And with that, I simply say, and so it is.
where I am. God is, and where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, where I sing, God is, and where I dance, joy lifts my feet, and where I live, beauty's flowing free, in and out and through me. Has me, and where I doubt, God is the faith in me, and where I cry, God is the comfort there, and where I seek, God is the answer, here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak truth is, and where I work, love is my career, and where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me. Has me. Hey, hey, da-da-da, yeah. Where I stand, where I play, where I work, wherever I breathe and move and be, where I sing, wherever I dance, my dance, wherever I go, wherever I pray and take and give and leave. God is, faith is, love is, God is.
Wow. Thank you again. Thank you, Laura. I think I'm going to go in this week and I'm going to be, I am strong. I am invincible. I may sing a little bit of, what's her name? Helen Reddy. I am woman. Woo, yes. And Heather, just to know, God is in your voice and God is in your spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, this is the part of service that we refer to as offertory. It really is a time for intentional practice. Unity of San Antonio thrives because of each one of you. If you would like to make a donation today, giving options will appear on your screen behind me. Thank you for for your generosity, for together it is how we co-create our community. Also, if you would like to get more information about Unity's San Antonio program of regular recurring events, please give your email or call Kelly in the administrative office with our muchos gracias. Thank you. I invite you to prayerfully open to the flow of substance in and through as you. Unity Minister Eric Butterworth wrote, build on the awareness of ever-present substance and expand your faith in the stability of your own inner wholeness. Let us allow the truth of these words to establish themselves within us and shift us to our deeper experience of our own inherent abundance. Let us celebrate our abundance and our blessings by saying, I am a living expression of divine abundance. As I give from the fullness of my time, talent, and treasure, I open wide the channels of infinite prosperity. And so it is. Thank you, Ricky. All right. If it is your first time here, don't be shy. Please and thank you, raise your hand so we can acknowledge you. Yay! Thank you for coming. We greatly appreciate you. We see you, and we're so grateful you're here. Now, if this is your second or third time, will you raise your hand so that we can celebrate your return? Yay! Welcome. We're so glad that you're here with us today. In your seat back pocket, you'll find a black envelope that says, "This is for you." Inside is a short welcome form. If you'd like information about our community events, just fill it out and hand it to our usher on your way out. We typically only send one, maybe two e-blasts a month, but we'll never share your email address ever. And if this is your first time, please, as you leave, get a copy of the Daily Word from one of our ushers on your way out. The Daily Word is a Unity booklet that offers inspirational and practical teachings through daily affirmative prayers. This is our way of saying thanks for checking us out. In closing today's service, Please join us in our community blessing and prayer for protection, followed by a closing prayer and song. Please stand if you are able, and let's say this together. Beloved friends, I see your divine light. I see your open heart. I see your life transforming. I celebrate your divine identity as you radiate your light in the world. And our prayer for protection, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Laura's going to give us our closing prayer. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, those online.
Thank you for having me speak today. Oh, I love you all so much. So let's keep this prayer short and sweet.
Ooh, I like short and sweet.
Aye. Yeah, she really loves short. There you go. There you go.
Love you, Yamini.
That's her girl, just in case, her daughter. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the universe lift its face so it may shine upon you. May this kind, wonderful spirit be gracious to you all and give to you all peace. Amen.
Peace.
Thank you so much, Laura, and thank you for being our speaker today. It was a wonderful, wonderful service, so thank you so much. And continuing on with some thank yous, just want to say thank you to our Sunday morning team. We have our youth ministry and hospitality team just across the parking lot. We have our AV team and ushers and prayer chaplains in the back. Thank you, Juliana, for being.
Welcome.
And you know, she's literally this funny all of the time. All of the time. That's why she is definitely my top 10 favorite people. Thank you to our band. Thank you, Billy, for joining us today, and our singers. And thank you to each one of you that are here today. I know it was cold. It was probably hard to get out of bed. So really, really happy that you guys decided to join us and spend time with us. And if you're new, just know that we are super happy you're here. And we genuinely are. So please come back. So let's close with some music, I guess. Yeah. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. 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 Have a great week, everybody.